This is a WFMY News 2 Sports Special. Friday Football Fever. Here are your hosts, Patrick Wright and Luke Liddon.
Well, bright lights, hard hits, bragging rights. I can't think of a better way to spend a Friday night. Welcome to Friday Football Fever.
Isn't it crazy to think we're already 6 weeks into the high school football season, and tonight there was plenty of action to keep all the fans excited.
Yeah, we start with our Wendy's game of the week as Wheatmore made the trip to Randleman, and Randleman coach Shane Handy getting his guys pumped up for the game tonight. And Wheatmore was unbeaten heading into the game, but Randleman's won the last 8 matchups between these two. Randleman trying to make it 9. Here we are on the first drive. Tanner McGee, he finds Tyson Green. Green going to take it 35 yards for the 7-0 lead for Randleman early in this one. And the Tigers were not done. McGee this time going to toss one up to Jaquan Snipes. That's a 28-yard touchdown. I don't know how he holds on to that ball, but it's 14-0 Randleman. McGee already has 3 touchdown passes at this point, this time doing it with his feet. Going to run 40 yards for another Randleman score. It's 28-0 after an interception, though. Wheatmore's Nick Halo is going to roll out, tosses one up. It's tipped, and Lucas Kelly grabs it for the score. Randleman, though, just too much tonight. Snipes with a 14-yard run. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. It was 35-7 at the half. Randleman wins it 35-7.
Reidsville has been on an absolute roll this year. The Rams entered tonight's game against Northwest Guilford unbeaten with an offense averaging 50 points per game, but it was Northwest Guilford that made an impact on the opening kickoff. Ethan Godfrey strips Willie Blackstock of the ball, and the turnover would lead to Cody Creed's field goal that would put the Vikings up 3-0 early on, but here come the Rams. Titus Jones, the quarterback keeper, gonna take it in himself for the touchdown after a 2-point conversion. They would lead 8-3, but wait, there's even more. Terrell Rankin gonna punch it in himself and extends the Rams lead to 15-3, and all of this will be topped off by Jones following his blockers and scoring his 2nd TD of the night as Reidsville rolls 47-3. But some tough injury news tonight for Northwest Guilford. Star wide receiver and Virginia Tech commit Trey Turner hurt his shoulder in the first quarter. He came back in for another series before sitting out the rest of his game with his left arm in a sling.
All right, well, we've come to the first media timeout of tonight's Fever. Still ahead, Mount Tabor played host to my alma mater, Ben L. Smith High School. A pair of Alamance County teams look to stay unbeaten. More scores and highlights coming up next.
But if you miss any of the action on your TV screen, you can still get scores and updates from Triad football games from both your phone and your computer. Just head to Facebook and like us at Triad High School Sports. And over on Twitter, all you have to do is type in hashtag WFMYFFF. Go ahead and do that, and we'll see you back on the other side of the break.
All right, it's time for our Aviation Triad Flight of the Night. Reidsville quarterback Titus Jones gets out of the pocket, motions to his receiver, and then lets it fly. DeJour Tatum, he's there to make the great catch. So it's a Jones to Tatum connection for our Aviation Triad Flight of the Night for Week 6. All right, welcome back to Friday Football Fever. Up next, we make the trip out to Mebane. Eastern Alamance Open Conference play at home against Northeast Guilford. We'll start in the first quarter with Northeast Guilford. How about Tariq Ridges here as he passes over to Desmond Overton. Overton going to take it to the sideline, stays on his feet, stays in bounds, and then lays down the big hit there. That was going to set up a Daniel Hurtado 25-yard field goal. It's 3-0 Northeast Guilford. In the second quarter, though, Eastern Alamance's Hayden Mann drops back looking to pass. Then he tucks and runs. There he is with a nice cut. Eventually, he'd be pulled down. But then 4 plays later, it's 4th down. Mann trying to scramble again. This time, it's not going to work. Ramon Darby gets to him for the sack. But Eastern Alamance wins a close one, 14-10.
A victory tonight by Smith over Mount Tabor would help the Golden Eagles surpass their entire win total from 2016. But unable to do that, you have to take care of special teams. First quarter, Smith punting the ball away when Cameron Payne breaks through the line and blocks the punt. He catches the ball in the air and fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown all in one play. How about that? Spartans go up 7-0. Later, Smith still struggling to move the ball. Jordan Williams in his back with an awkward exchange in the backfield. It pops out and Mount Tabor comes away with the possession in the red zone. So just 2 plays later, Thomas Brabham breaks through not 1 but 2 tackles and makes his way across the goal line for the 14-0 lead. And Mount Tabor goes on to win big at home, 42-14.
All right, now let's draw up a play that takes us to Jamison Stadium for East Forsyth and Grimsley. The Whirlies, they come out storming. See what I did there? Storming, Whirlies. All right, well, they're ready to play either way. Grimsley on East Forsyth's 47. Laquan Nora, he takes the handoff, gets around the edge. This guy takes off. There he is for the score. And the Whirlies take the 7-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, East Forsyth on the 22. Quarterback Brandon Bullins going to drop back, tosses one over the middle to Mizell Hall, and he's going to take off. You're not going to catch this guy at this point. He's going to basically walk into the end zone to tie it all up at 7 apiece. Later on, more from East Forsyth. The handoff to Jalen Maxey. Maxey fighting his way into the end zone for the 5-yard score. East Forsyth goes on to win it 35-7.
We stay in Greensboro and head to Page as the 4-1 Pirates took on Southern Guilford this Friday night. We picked this up, start of the third quarter. Page already up 13, and they just kept rolling. Cody King gets the handoff, moving right, going to be able to get a short gain to continue to keep that momentum going. So on the same drive, now on the 2-yard line, Javondre Page keeping himself, and watch the rest unfold. In for 6 in the 20-point lead, but the Pirates kept firing. Page over to King on the play fake, and bow down to your highness. King 50 yards to the house, untouched for yet another score. Page dominates in the shutout, 41-zip.
And let's head back to Alamance County for a stop in Elon as Western Alamance took on Rockingham County. A win would move the Warriors to 6-0 on the season. We'll start in the third quarter. Rockingham County, they trail by 4 scores when Anthony Cedeno, he's brought down by Shamor White on the next play. More defense by Western Alamance. Keontae Anelis, he brings down Alex Puffenberger there. Then the Warriors on the other side. How about Landon Fogelman punting? He's going to drop the snap, picks it back up, but he's tackled by Kyler Wicker there. But 3 plays later, Christopher Shoemaker for Rockingham County. Here he is fighting his way across the goal line for the 1-yard quarterback keeper, and the score, the Western Alamance wins big, 49-6.
LEDFORD loaded up the buses and made the short trip to face off with Thomasville. LEDFORD, they found themselves in a good spot early on, threatening on the 1-yard line, and you guessed it, David Wetherington punches it in for the 7-0 lead. Thomasville would continue to fight, though. Ferranta Thomas going to show the effort here, battling for the extra yards with the big gain and then some. That right there is one way to get your coach's attention to stay in the ball game. LEDFORD, though, would be in the red zone a little bit later once more, but this time Brandon Saunders, looking for his wideout, is picked off by the Thomasville defense. LEDFORD, though, they do go on to win in a low-scoring affair, 14-7.
All right, well, still ahead on Friday Football Fever, our Blue Cross Blue Shield drive of the night, plus more scores and highlights. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. East Surrey got a big road win last week at West Stokes. Tonight, the Cardinals look to make it back-to-back victories away from home, this time at Ragsdale. We'll start in the third quarter. This is a pretty exciting game. East Surrey's quarterback, Trevor Hauser, he drops back, tosses one up to Steven Gosnell for the touchdown and the lead. Then here we are late in the fourth quarter. Ragsdale's Devin Boykin connects with Trey Good over the middle. What a grab there. The Tigers take the lead late in the fourth quarter. But then East Surrey still with another chance here, the final chance for the Cardinals. Ryan Sutterby's kick, though, is short. Oh, that's so tough. Ragsdale wins an exciting game, 34-33.
Oh, what a finish that was. Western Guilford, North Forsyth, I should say, matched up with each other, looking for their first win of the year. Who would get it? And the Vikings, they found themselves in a good position nearing the end of the first half. Western Guilford's Edward Purnell trying to hand off the ball, but he loses it on the 1-yard line, and North Forsyth takes over. So the very next play, Tyreek McNeil shifting his way through the line for the easy score in the 21-6 lead with about a minute and a half to go, but the Hornets respond to the next series. 40 ticks left. Purnell rolling to his right, trying to find space, going to go for the end zone and gets drilled at the goal line, but still good for the touchdown. He would be okay moving forward in the game, but North Forsyth would go on to win 35-26.
Yeah, that was a tough play. I would have fumbled, honestly. Well, Easton Randolph looked to get the W tonight against county rival Providence Grove. We'll start in the first quarter with Eastern Randolph. Number 8, Cody Wilder rolls out and tosses up a beautiful pass to Tyrese Cassidy. He ends up in the red zone. Then Eastern Randolph's Gonzalo Mendez kicks the field goal. It's 3-0 Wildcats. Later on in the first quarter, it's Wilder again. This time connects with Cassidy once again, who dodges not one, not two, not three, but four defenders. He ends up taking this one 49 yards for the touchdown. What a play there. Providence Grove possession, trying to answer Cade Snutherly. He passes to Tyler Hutto. Oh, nice play there with a great spin move. And then next set of downs, Providence Grove's Xavier Andrews scoring the touchdown there, but Eastern Randolph wins big, 44-14.
And moving right along, we have the Blue Cross Blue Shield drive of the night. Reedsville's Titus Jones hits Brandon Lipscomb for the first down. So a few plays later, Junior Reynolds taking the handoff, gonna barrel past a couple defenders to move the chains for yet another first down, all to be capped off by Terrell Rankin with the TD run. And that right there is our Blue Cross Blue Shield drive of the week.
And some other scores from tonight's action. Mount Airy beats Surrey Central 37-7. Southeast Guilford tops Asheboro 35-7. Starmount gets past Elkin 38-22. And East Davidson shuts out West Davidson on the road. That final score was 49-0.
North Surrey rolls past Atkins 42-6. Southwestern Randolph rallies back to beat Southern Alamance 29-28 by a single point, while Southwest Guilford tops Parkland by just a field goal 27-24. And High Point Central adds another win, beating Burlington Cummings 42-14. What a week of action on the gridiron we've had, and we've got some 5 big games in the running for next Friday's game of the week, and you get to help who wins for this upcoming Friday. West Forsyth heads to Northwest Guilford. East Forsyth hosts Page. Dudley travels to Southwest Guilford. Trinity meets up with Wheatmore, and Northern Guilford battles Northeast Guilford. Just head to WFMYnews2.com to cast your vote. And remember, voting ends this Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m., so be sure to cast your votes now.
And we've got a full slate of games this weekend right here on WFMY News 2. On the collegiate side, top-ranked Alabama, they meet up with Vanderbilt tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Then it's an NFL doubleheader on Sunday. Pittsburgh at Chicago's first up at 1 p.m. That's followed at 4:25 by a showdown between Cincinnati and Green Bay. Of course, the Panthers opening NFC South play against the Saints.
So I have to ask you, I know we're running out of time, do you think they'll start 3-0, unbiased opinion? It's Saints defense, one of the worst in the NFL. Can they do it?
I think it's a high-scoring game. I think the Panthers win it by 10, though.
I think they win it by either 7-14, and I do think we'll see the original Cam we've used to be, we want to see, is the touchdowns, the dabbing, all that good stuff. Hopefully.
He loves playing at home.
He does.
So
he does.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Friday Football Fever.
Everything you need 24/7. Our next news starts with the Good Morning Show. But for now, have a great night. We'll see you back next week.
Thank you for watching Friday Football Fever. We hope you enjoyed this WFMY News 2 broadcast.